morning, everybody. Woohoo! Welcome to Hex Token Channel, your host, Superman, in the house. And of course, we're going to be wrapping up some pretty good numbers. We've got Hex day 1000 results. And of course, we're going to have Icosa day 14 results, which is the final mint day for the Waatsa NFT. Woohoo! Let's see how we get on with that. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So hold on to your Top Gun hat and let's go, as it were. We're going to get into the chat first. We've got the markets on at the moment. We've got BTC struggling to hold on to that 20K at a pretty critical level now at 19,756. Obviously, the stock market's going to open up. It's currently Sunday in the US, I guess, very late in the evening, I guess, or in the evening Sunday. So we've got waiting for the stock market to open up. That might temper the crypto. Come on, crypto. Crypto's got to start acting like it's on its own. And, this is the way it goes. We'll see how we get on. But we've got some pretty interesting news just in this hour. We did have a bit of a Hex Token channel bump, but not in what you think it is. So we're going to check that out. Let's go to it. We've got a BTC at the moment looking good. Not looking good. Is it looking good? No, it's holding up, but it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So let's see how we get on. Let's say hello in the chat, though. We've got a few people in the house. Dave down under. Hex needs a Superman pump. Yeah, we're going to talk about that shortly. We did get a pump, but not in Hex. Let's have a look here. We've got John Williams from good old Dark Matter Studio New Zealand in the house, and of course a big super sticker to start off the day, $8.99 Kiwi, and of course a Hex token with the New Zealand flag there, represent, and of course a big bow down for John from Superman. Appreciate that. And of course, let's go. Let's do this. Appreciate that, John, very, very much. And of course, it's sunny here in New Zealand. We woke up to a sunny day. It was so rainy. It's been raining. The winter's been wet. And of course, so much rain. And we've had yesterday, I think, was sunny, and today was sunny. I think that's right. Maybe the day before was sort of sunny. I'm not sure. But we've starting to enjoy a little bit of sun now as we come to the end of winter. We've got it's the 29th of August, so we've got 2 more official days after this of winter, which means 2 more days of summer in the north, right? So in the United States, UK, I guess, Europe, places like that. Big shout out of BTC in the house. Let's do this. Absolutely, BTC. Hex Force 1 has landed. Hey, what's it in your wallet? I like what you did there. What's it in your wallet? What's it in your wallet? Who knows? Maybe it's some what's it in your wallet. Who knows? Hey, Granddad's in the house. Brazology's in the house. What's up, everybody? Good to say, Briz. A little bit of a bloodbath out there. Yeah, it looks like that with the old charts there. Man, oh man. The Bloodfish King says, I got one small NFT. I will be the last to burn, says Bloodfish King. I like that. It's that. And of course, we've got a poll up at the moment. Did you buy a Waatsa NFT during the 14-day mint phase, which is closing in about 26 minutes? 26 minutes there. Yes, more than 20 NFTs. Yes, 10 to 19 NFTs. Yes, 1 to 9 NFTs, and no, brought none. Brought none there. So fill out that. Let's see how we go. All right, so cool. Bloodfish King says, "What's I should have mentioned?" Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, Bloodfish King. Very, very nice work there. You got into the pool. You're in it to win it. And James Bond in the house as well. Very good to see James Bond as always, a Hex Token channel member. The only Hex Token channel member in the chat, James Bond. You're the only one in the chat. Well done, man. And Brennan's in the house. Good morning, Superman. Good to see you, Brennan. Big shout out. Yeah, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechains, Hexkins, and a Richard Hart Club. And it's an easy way to support the channel moving forward. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell for future videos. Here we're going to rock and roll. Let's go. So the markets are pretty self-evident. We've got BTC at $19,724, down 1.63%. Just weakening off yesterday, trying to hold on to 20K. And, of course, we've got the stock market opening up this week. Let's see how that continues to move. If you're used to the stock market, you kind of can predict where it's going to go. Maybe Monday, Tuesday could be a bit off. And, of course, then it starts to return. So we will find out pretty soon. ETH, $1,447, down 3%. Now, obviously, the ETH merge is coming up on the 15th September. So, 15th, that's 16, 17, 18, maybe 18 days away. And, of course, is it going to get a second rally on ETH excitement about merge? I suggest it probably will, barring, anything particularly bad. Obviously, we've got the inflation and employment numbers coming out in September for August. So we'll see how that goes on. Otherwise, I think that it should be able to do something there in a second wave. Come on, crypto. This is what crypto is used to doing. BNB at the moment at 277, and it's pretty flat, but green. Let's jump into, we're going to jump in straight into the quad charts, not into the Hex chart. We'll come back to that. Let's jump to the quad charts, and here we are at the moment. Hex currently at 4 cents, just holding on it is. And of course, that's where it is. This is the hourly chart here on Hex. 5 hours ago, it got down to a low of 3.974, so just under 4 cents. And it was there for 2 hours. It seems to have got above that now at 4 cents. But here's what I want to talk about. The maxi chart, bam! We got a Hex token channel pump on the maxi chart. Look at that. We got up to 88% premium. Now, I said to you guys yesterday, boom, 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 boom. I said to you guys yesterday that I have my own sound effects. No, I said yesterday that this is the chart that I thought would most probably do well moving forward in the next 3 or 4 weeks because of the expected launch of Maximus new products, perpetuals, and the team token. I noticed that also a dip catcher has got on Crypto Coffee's channel, which is the biggest, I think it's the biggest dedicated Pulse Chain and YouTube channel. I know there's one other channel that's come into the community that's bigger, but I think that's probably the biggest dedicated channel outside of Richard Hart. So there we are in terms of the size of the channel and popularity and engagement. Easily probably the best. So there is nice little coverage there to the community. And of course, look at this pump here in Maximus. Now, I wish I could talk more about this, but I can't. But let's just say that, yes, this has played out pretty well. I want to say a few extra things, but I can't. But there we are. That's kind of where we are at the stage. Now, what's cool about this, of course, the team token is going to require maxi, and that's going to potentially reduce the supply. How much maxi goes in there, the market's going to tell us. But we would reasonably expect some to go in there rather than zero, right? And of course, 20% of it's going to be burned, and 50% is going to go to the mystery box. And the mystery box is kind of, well, if it's going to be benevolent, no expectations, of course, then it's kind of like another supply thing. So one could argue that 20% is fantastic, but one could argue maybe 70% is even better. And if you're staking team token, maybe that's another route for the old mystery box. No expectations, of course, from the work of others. But hey, we did a poll yesterday, and of course in the chat. And what was the most popular result? 50 million. That was about 70. If we get up to 50 million, that would be 17% of the maxi supply. We already saw the Hedron deployer burn 1 million already. We're down to 293.3 million as it is. So imagine a major supply culling there. And of course, we've already been up at 100% premium on average for quite a while. We came down for that. Obviously, we had a bit of a flash crash with a big whale selling out. Market brought it back up. You can see the big red wick. Look at that. Well, big red wick. We went all the way down to a 22% premium over Hex. And now we've just had a little pump back the other way, which is pretty impressive. So that is the Hex token channel pump for Maxi. And we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, there's a bit of buying and selling going on and stuff like that. But there we are. That's pretty impressive. Back up to almost 85% premium and got as high as just under 88% premium. Let's see where that goes over the next a couple of weeks or days or whatever. It's looking bullish in the time ahead. Let's have a look at Hedron. Hedron here, like a boss. Obviously, people use Hedron to get Waatsa NFTs. And of course, it's been up today to as high as 4,000 again. So 3 days at 4,000. Today's a pretty strong looking green candle. But of course, the Waatsa NFTs ends in 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens there after the next day. Now, it doesn't mean that the price necessarily will pull back, but of course, there's many other tokens people have been using to buy Waatsa NFTs. USDC has been one of them. Hex has been another. But Hedron has definitely been the higher the Hedron price, the more points you get in the Waatsa NFT pool. So that's kind of a key driver. So typically when I've seen these before, there is a sell-off afterwards, but it may not happen until maybe 2 days later. It may not happen straight away. Typically it does happen pretty fast, but we will see how this gets on with Hedron. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Do you think there'll be a bit of a sell-off there? Maybe we should have a poll later on, and we can talk about that at the end, maybe after the Hex Daily Stats or something. We could do a quick poll on that. And let me know in the chat. All right, so that's cool. That's where we are at the moment. But the RSI, there's still a bit of room to move. So not inevitable, still not in complete overbought territory. Heading up, we're sitting at 70 at the moment. So we're just on the borderline. But hey, that's could keep continuing to go up afterwards. There's lots of pumpamentals coming in November, remember, with the HSI sales. And so that's a pumpamental for this. But of course, it's in crypto, that's a bit of a time gap. Even with the value logic, it's still can be. But maybe we don't get that, of course. And of course, maybe there's not many big buyers out there willing to sell, but of course, a whole ton of retail sellers can always sell down the price. We saw that in Pulse Dogecoin, right? A lot of the big whales seem to be holding, but what I saw last time, retail selling. Anyway, so that is Icosa Hedron, and of course, we're going to jump over to Icosa. Obviously, Icosa following Hex with the HSI buybacks. It's currently at $1.18, pretty much at its low point, pretty much just above it by 2 cents, $1.18. There we are. So obviously, if Hex rebounds, Hex is currently at 4 cents, then it will look to do that as well. But currently, like a boss, Maxi having the Hex token channel pump, yeah, boy. So if you'd bought on my suggestion yesterday, not investment advice, that would have been a nice little pump there as well. All right, cool. All right, let's get on to it. We're going to get into. We've got a few minutes. We've got about 20 minutes or 18 minutes until the end of the day. So we're going to hold off on doing day 14 results for Icosa, but they're coming up pretty fast. So let's get into the BNB coins, and I'm going to jump back into the chat, have a bit of a pause there. So let's get into it. We've got the Hex day stats coming later on, so hold on for that. This day 1000 results are coming up, so hold on to that. We've got Icosa day 14 results in the last day of the minting phase results, so hold on for that. They've got some cool info coming later on. Now, Pulse Dogecoin. Oh my goodness, yesterday was not great for Pulse Doge. Look at that. Ouch, ouchie, ouchie. And of course, it went down all the way down to 3.7. Man, oh man, that chart's it's got a higher low still, but man, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. But hey, if it managed to find support here at 3,800 or just under 4/10 of a penny, that will be okay if it can build back there. But definitely a big sell-off there. P33 up a little bit there. P33 up at 11.5 cents. Not doing too bad. I mean, P33 is part of the whole big family of free pulse, hot pulse list, all that sort of stuff. Hex.pink and things like that. So let's see how they go. We've got IM here. Oh boy, they also had a big sell-off there too. All the way down from 1100. Just remember how I was saying that it could have got support at 1000. Then got sold off. Someone decided to wreck the chart, and it went down to 6,829 from 10,000, and it's currently bounced back to 8,600. So shame about that. It was kind of doing something, but very, very volatile. Let's jump over to the airdrops as well. We're going to have a look at the weight token and see what's going on there. The weight token at the moment is at 6/10 of a penny. So we don't really need to show that in more detail, but there it is, 6/10 of a penny. It's pretty much on the average line. You can see it's almost like almost a flat line, really. We've got the price between 0.5 cent and if we're lucky, 8/10 of a cent or just over. So a pretty tight range there, but decent percentage gains if you make the percentage gains there. All right, let's look at Pulse Dogecoin. And of course, here we are at oh man, it went down. It went down to $2.82. Remember, I said that about $2.90, $2.95. Well, it punched through that as well, and there we are. So $2.90, $2.95 punched through that, but it's holding up there. So it's holding up there. It's now at $3.25. So that's fairly okay. You're going to get a lot of volatility with this particular coin because it's a meme coin, and but that's the way it goes. I've still got a green plane. So we'll keep that there for Gunther flying. And of course, that's still got the staking and minting deflation coming with the Dodge Bitcoin. So we're waiting for that. And I didn't check the dev's account today, but we might check it later on. But that's where it's at the moment. It's definitely not quite in fully oversold mode on the RSI, but definitely down there at the moment. So cool. That is a wrap up of the charts. Woohoo! We've got 15 minutes to go with the Waatsa NFTs. Let's do a little check of the Waatsa NFTs before we get to the final results. We currently got 21,897. Woo! That's pretty cool. Let me just make that. Oh, that's too big. 21,897. Remember, yesterday I said we were on track for 22,500. Let's see how we go. We've still got 15 minutes to go. Actually, let's follow. Let's look at the transfers here and see what NFTs we get going in here. You can see. Oh, look at this. The last minute we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need a faster run rate than that, but we got 6 in the last minute. The previous minute before that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the previous minute. You can see it going up. Oh, that's going pretty good there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 3 minutes ago, we had 11 in that minute. So neck minute, as we say. Some pretty crazy stuff there. Don't forget to hit on the poll. The poll is looking really good. We've got 36 votes. So get into the votes, folks. Did you buy a Waatsa NFT during the 14-day mint phase? If you haven't, you've still got 15 minutes to buy one. And of course, that is the way it goes. Let me just put up the Waatsa DApp here. And so if you want to buy one, here is the link. You have to connect your wallet and you have to use either any of these currencies. So once you get on there, hit the Icosa tab, hit the mint Waatsa NFT, and you have to choose one of these currencies to buy the Waatsa NFT. And of course, pretty much about $1 is a million points in the pool. So you got ETH, Wrapped ETH, USDC, Hex, Hedron, and Maxi. ETH, Wrapped ETH, USDC, Hex, Hedron, and Maxi. You can use any one of those to buy one, and you will be in a special pool, and there will not be any more after that. So in 13 minutes time, it should close off theoretically, give or take a minute or something like that. We'll see what the end of the phase looks like. All right, there we are. So it's climbing pretty quickly. 21,907, and we have got 13 minutes to go, and way to go on that one. All right, let's get into some of the comments. Hex Huddle and House, hey y'all, I was like number 10. No way. Well done, Hex Huddle, on that. And of course, I thought it was closed already, says Pulsar. Well, there's the link in the chat there. I've just posted it. So there is the link. Bam, that's the link there. If you want to get one, you got to be in it to win it. All right, cool. Let's jump over to where are we going here? Let's jump at the top here. Actually, I might do things in a little bit different order. I'm just trying to get back in the chat. I've gone far down far too far. What else there? We got minted 6 a few minutes ago. I hope it goes well, says Jax X. Nice one. Killer Beats in house. How will we be able to sell these NFTs, and how long will the Icosa payout last? It lasts forever, Killer Beats. But it is subject to the supply and demand activities on the chain. It's based on Hedron burn divided by the share rate, with the Icosa plus 100% of the bonus yields from staking class doing the Hedron and staking. Now, what else have we got there? But of course, you can sell them on OpenSea. They are NFTs, so you can do that. You can sell them or liquidate them for the underlying asset. I like that. That's very professional, Bruce. I like that a lot. Max ratio pump just now. Yeah, I saw that. Talked about that for sure. Maxi 7.5 cents. Yeah, boy. What else there? We're going to jump through some of that. Yeah, 63 to 86. Yeah, that's why I called yesterday. I said that leading up to the launch, who knows what it could do. Maxi might do some pretty interesting things in the market. Trading Maxi Hetero with limit orders is pretty safe to accumulate either, says Exodal. Hex Pearson, how's that? Hello, everybody. Superman, the great. Hey, I appreciate that. That's probably a bit too superlative, but I do appreciate the support there. We've got 21,920, and we've got 11 minutes to go. 6,083 holders. Are you one of those special holders? Let me know on the poll. The poll's on at the moment. Swap some Hex for Maxi. It's 1667 after the Maxi for Hex at 2 before. Lol, says Hex Huddle. Nice work, Hex Huddle. Yeah. I know a few people have done that too. So that's good. InvestX. Hello, Superman. Good to see InvestX in the house. Man, I've still got to go through InvestX on this channel. Man, I've got to keep reminding myself to do that. StakeX says, so I hear Matty Allen is putting out something on the blockchain, waiting for the Superman Hex token. Yeah, StakeX, I won't be doing any token. You guys know that. I really just want to continue to promote Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex, and I don't want to get distracted with, other people are free to do it, of course. It's a free world, and we love freedom. But it's something that I think that fits. I'm just promoting Richard Art's ultimate gold-plated tokens and the ones that are built on top of it. So yeah, cool. The floor is lava. Yeah, it was lava. ETH and PDC dumping hard into the weekly close. Yep. We got Get Hex in the house there. I'm going to jump through a few things here. If people have got questions, some of the mods can answer those in the chat there. Let me jump through that. We've got Ted Nelson in the house there. Good to see Ted. Hex is probably Icosa's biggest pairing, I would guess. What else there? Jump through some of that. I think I'm up to date on those. Cool. Living on cryptos here. Are all the NFTs still available? You have to buy them. Living on crypto, you have to buy them. The link I put in the chat there earlier. Let's see how many we got. We got 21,932 Waatsa NFTs. We got 9 minutes to go. 21,932 NFTs. Now, if you want to get some, you're going to have to use this link. I'll put it in the chat there. And the only reason why I'm putting it in the chat is normally I wouldn't do that, but if people want to get one, they're free to do it. I'm not suggesting that you do. So there we are. And there we are. Boom. All right. So cool. Now on the Hex Daily Stats, yes, we are getting pretty close. We've got 8 minutes till the end of the day. So we'll be getting back to the Hex Daily Stats later in the live stream. So stay tuned for that. That is coming up. Day 1000 results, hot off the press. We'll have that soon. Actually, probably about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. But hey, soon is soon. All right, let's get back to Waatsa though. That's where all the action is at the moment. And of course, we're at 21,936 Waatsas. 6,088 holders, and we've got 8 minutes to go. The link is in the chat there. Now, all you have to do is connect your wallet, and then, of course, go down to We Are All SA, click the Mint Waatsa NFT. You're going to have one of these in your wallet if you want to buy it. It's about $1 for 1 million points in a pool. ETH, Wrapped ETH, USD, Hex, Hedron, or Max. You can use any of those to buy them. And, of course, they will go into and issue you a NFT. You're going to have to approve the spend and then purchase. So there's 2 steps there. And it will show up here. Once you've got your NFT, once the day ticks over, your Icosa yield will show up in here, and you should be fairly happy with it. I think it's been doing pretty well. I think it's better than the Hedron yield by 2x. I think so. It's been working pretty well at the moment, at least. All right, so cool. Let us get back into that. So we're going to come back for the end of the day results shortly. 7 minutes to go. We're just going to sit on the Waatsa NFTs since it is what the action is all about at the moment. Flawless, says Briz. Flawless. Bob Wells in the house there. Crazy, Briz. Impeccable uptime. Yes, talking about Hex. That's true. Brennan says, "Can you answer my question last? What? Can you answer my last question, Superman?" Brennan. Where's Brennan? Up the top here. I thought some of the mods may have been talking about those. Man, where's question? If your Hedron stake finishes, there is no in-stake penalty, and does it roll over? Your Hedron stake finishes. No, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Is my understanding there, Brennan. Just keeps going. So if you did a 30-day minimum day, it'll just keep going until you in-stake it. You're in the still earning. What else there? All right, let's go. How many minutes? We got 6 minutes to go. Let's refresh. 21,963 Waatsa NFTs. And of course, let's have a look at the transactions here. 17 seconds, 17 seconds, 28 seconds, 28, 28, 20, 20. Man. Look at those. Woo! Rock on, as we say. Rock on. There we go. Icosa Waatsa NFTs. It's counting down. It's counting down. 6 minutes to go to get an NFT. I posted the link. All you have to do is hit the link. If you have to hook up your wallet, you have to buy them with one of these here. If you haven't, if you just want to get one, that's fine. If you just want to be in the pool and get a bit of the action, that's one way to do it. There's going to be a major Icosa payout event in November. It's like a big fortnight payday. So it's going to be pretty beneficial. And of course, we are in the front end of the Icosa inflation phase. Remember, it is tied to the Hex share price, so it decreases pretty fast over time. From that point of view, went pretty fast, is probably the wrong phrase, but it does increase reasonably good over time. All right, so let's go. 21,980. We're getting so close. 5 minutes to go, and of course, I'm not sure how quickly the DApp is going to block people from buying, but we will see. We'll find out once it gets there. I'm not the coder. I'm just commenting on it, just like you guys are. Just like you guys are watching it. 21,988. We got 6,097 holders, and look at all those. Look, 10 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, it's firing through like a rapid pace here. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Let us see how it goes. It's a shame that it doesn't auto refresh so for a hardcore. Very nice, as we say, very nice. Now we're going to get into the Hedron deployer as well. The Hedron deployer, we're going to briefly talk about that, but that's got quite a bit. How much it's got in there? 16.3 million. Man, oh man, there's a lot of money going in there now. At least $500,000 since I started last checked it. That was before the live stream, so it looks like $500,000 gone in there as well. So pretty nice there. 21,996. Woohoo! Here we go, man. We're just about to hit 22,000. Remember, I said we on the run rate yesterday we could have recently hit 22,500. We're 500 away from that, but it's still not bad. We've got 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go, and there, 22. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We did it. 22,000. Bam, bam, bam. 6,097 orders. Man, what? It's perfectly on target. Look at that. And bam, it's already up to 22,003. Can we get 500 in 4 minutes? I don't think so, but it's going to be pretty good. Look at that, 20 seconds. Bam, 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 bam. And of course, don't forget, all you have to do is hit the Minter Waatsa, choose the token there, boom, 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 and away you go. You have to prove and then buy, I guess, is the way you're going to do it. 2 steps there. All right. We're up to there, 22,014. We've got 3 minutes to go. I'm like a refresh monster on this channel today. A refresh monster. This is the way you do it. If you try to add your Hedron stake, it resets the 30-day minimum. If you add to it, yeah, that's true. Hedron to 1 cent in 2023 says living on crypto. What else are we doing? Yeah, I can't focus on the comments that easy and the dashboard, so I'm just going to keep refreshing. We've got 3 minutes to go. 22,023. So I apologize if I'm not looking at the comments at the moment. But we have a poll at the moment, so smash the poll. We got 54 votes, 39 minutes. We've been running that, so keep going. What did you buy? What's an NFT? You've only got 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. Let's see where we are at the moment. So 22.30 is where we're at to move. We've got 2 minutes to go. 6,097 holders. We're representing here. There's over 16.3 million in the Hedron deployer. We're going to wrap up those results at the end of the day. So we're at 22,031. Let's refresh that again. We've got heaps. Look at us every seconds in the seconds there. We've got 2 minutes to go. It's probably going to do, I don't know how much after the clock closes over in 2 minutes is it going to let people keep buying Waatsa NFTs. So it may just reject your transaction, I'm thinking, something like that. It may just say, not allowed, or something. We'll find out. Let us know in the chat if we come up to a rejection after it closes off in 2 minutes' time. Let me know. We're coming up to UTC time, of course. We've also got the end of Hex Day 1000 results. That's coming up too. So we've got 1 minute to go. There we are, 22,040. We've got Hex Daily is day 1000's counting down. Less than a minute to go for Hex Daily stats for day 1000. But here we are at 22,042 Waatsa NFTs, and we've got lots of NFTs happening here. Look at all that. Bam, bam, bam. It's all in the last minute there on the first page. It's going pretty hardcore. 1 minute to go. We are getting there. 1 minute to go. Let us see how we get on. Bum, 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 bum. All sound effects provided by Superman, free of charge. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's get into it. Refresh there. We're at 1 minute to go. We've got 22,048 Waatsa NFTs. That's where we get on there. We're getting pretty close. Another minute to go. If you're buying one at the turn of the time, let us know. 12. Okay, so it's technically we're in the last. We're kind of finished. Technically, we're kind of finished. Yeah, UTC time's ticked over. So technically, we're kind of finished. So we're at 22,060 at the moment. 22,060. How long is it going to let people continue to get Waatsa NFTs? 22,060 at the turn of the hour. At the turn of the hour, there's 6,102 people. Some crazy stuff right there. Let's keep going. Let's see if it keeps going. I don't know. We're going to find out. So 22.60 there. 22.60. That's kind of where we are at the stage. 22.60. That doesn't seem to be changing. Oh no, 22.63. We'll still see how we get on here. I don't know exactly when it's going to stop people from claiming. That's all. From trying to buy one. Surely it's going to give some sort of rejection in the buy ticket when you go to buy it. 22,630, 22,063. This is extended coverage, by the way, because we want to make sure that we've got the latest data. This is going to be an archive record. We've been covering the close every single day for 14 days. This is the last day I'm covering it. Thank goodness for that. I don't have to update my spreadsheet today. But this is the last day, 14 days. And hey, these are kind of cool. I like to archive stuff. You know me on this channel. I archive the Pulsechain Sacrifice and the Pulsechain Sacrifice. You can watch all those old videos on this channel. And in detail, I covered every single day, right? Every single day. So you can cover those. Did I cover Pulsechain? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't cover Pulsechain. Well, I covered Pulsechain anyway. I'm trying to think now. How long have I been on this channel? Can't remember. That's the way it goes. All right, so 22,603. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think it's finished. I think it is finished. It doesn't seem to be updating anymore. Doesn't seem to be. I think that's it, folks. So who was the lucky last? Let's see what the lucky last was. Token ID 22,091. Okay, we've got a few more here. 22,091 there. It says 22,603 here. So let's get into this one and see what this is. This was 2,500 hex worth $100. That seems to be the last one. We'll watch that pretty closely, but that does seem to be the last one there. So 22,091 possibly. Maybe this just isn't updated yet on here, but it's got the token ID of 22,091. Although people may have burned the NFT, right, which would take it off here. Some people may have burnt them, so maybe that's the difference there. But 22,063. The last token ID 22,091 there. That's where we're at. So I think we can wrap things up, eh? Let's do it. And of course, here we are. The end results, day 14, the end of the Waatsa mint phase. And we have got the following results. We've got Icosa staking at 42.77 billion points. 42.77 billion points for Icosa staking. We've got Hedron staking at 72,158 a trillion points. That's 72,158 trillion points. And of course, Waatsa NFTs, we've come in with a pool size of 21. Let me just make this a little bigger. 21.24 trillion points. That's 21.24 trillion points after 14 days. That was the pool size. That is the finish. That's the total pool size. It's only going to shrink from here. It's only going to shrink from here and get smaller. The average NFT size, 962.84 M points, which is what, just under $1,000 there, $960 or so. The total supply of Waatsa NFTs, 22,063. It's only going down from here. These pool points and I guess the total NFTs are only going to decrease as people pull out, capture the yield, pull out NFT. It will burn the NFT, and the pool will get smaller and smaller and smaller. You earn Icosa forever, and of course, it's like going to be a lot of fun. All right, cool. Let's get into the Icosa supply at the moment. We've got 1,058,000 Icosa in supply with 1,044 holders. Now, this is the liquid supply. If you think about it, let's have a look. We'll add the stake supply together. So we've got 1,058,000. We're going to go to the read contract, go all the way down to Icosa staking pools. Let's go to number 18. We got 9.9 million in there. So 9, let me add that up again. So we've got 1,058 plus 9,921. That means we have 10,979,000 Icosa has been issued, excluding the yields that people are accumulating, right, accruing. So just under 11 million Icosa. And of course, we're expecting quite a big inflation event in November with the HSI buybacks, obviously, because the yield's going to be based on the Hedron burn divided by the share rate. So there we are. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so 10, just under 11 million. Let's jump over to, so that is for Icosa. That is the Icosa supply. And of course, we're going to jump to Hedron. Hedron at the moment, we have 96.8 trillion Hedron, 96.8 trillion, and just under 16 trillion, 965 billion is sitting in the Hedron staking. Remember that when you stake Icosa, it gets burned. When you stake Hedron, it just goes to the staking account here, and that's currently worth $63 million US. And of course, 17.5% of the supply. Obviously, if you adjusted it for the OA accounts and the Hex Godwell SA accounts, then the percentage of staking is very high, I just don't know the number. So there we are. And no one's given me another number. I heard a number over 50%, but that was a while ago. So who knows? I don't know what the number is. So there we are. All right, cool. We got the Waatsa NFTs at 22,063. All right, so that's cool. So we covered all that. Waatsa NFTs there at 22,000. 22,000, and we got 6,110 holders. That's kind of where we're at. Here is the top holders at the moment. We've got a big whale at 350 up here, another whale at 202 NFTs. Now these are numbers, of course. Generally the dollars are pretty high too if they're minting so many of these. We've got 191 at the number there. So they're the top three holders. We've got a lot of large ones. How many we've got? We've got 13 over 100 NFTs. 13 people have over 100 NFTs on the wallets. To get on the front page, you needed 30. Remember, just the other day it was 20, 21, and now you need 30 to be on the front page. That's pretty much it. And of course, way to go on that one. What else there we got there? I think we have some token charts. Let's have a look at the token holder charts there. This is sort of a distribution of the whale. Doesn't look too good, that one, but that's what it is. Maybe if I topped off the last, that was the top 100 there. It's got the burn address, isn't it? So it's not pretty useless. It's top 500. Yeah, top 500. That's right. That's a bit naffy, that chart. It's not really working much for us. All right, so that's cool. Let's jump over to the deployer. Obviously, people, to get Waatsa NFTs, people have to spend those tokens that we talked about. So if we go back to here and we do the buybacks, people minted has ending. All right, so very good. So the minting, it's got the button has minted as ended. So well done, Alex, with your code. Seems to have finished very tidy. It's probably one of the tidiest finishes I've seen with one of these type of mechanisms. So that's very cool. The Hedron deployer has 16.4 million in it with 17,000 in ether value. Let's have a look at the end results as we move on. So yeah, just under $17.2 million now in the Hedron deployer at the end of day 14. We have 571 Ethereum. That's $870,000. We have just under 2.4 trillion Hedron with 8.8 million. We have US dollars there, 3.2, almost 3.3 million US dollars. And of course, we have almost 79 million hex gone through this. It's an amazing number. That's in addition to what's gone through the HSI stakes. Isn't that crazy? So really, really successful. 1 million DAI stable there. And we've got 19.13 ETH there at 27,000. And Maximus is currently at 26.9 million Maxi has gone through here, making it the biggest whale in the Maximus ecosystem is the Hedron deployer. And of course, it was very benevolent. It burnt 1 million Maxi. So that is the results. Very, very cool. 1,200 ETH equivalent in the Hedron deployer. Crazy stuff. Let's go back to the price and see what the market has done with the old Hedron price. Let's have a look here. Currently still at 3,659, and we've just flipped over to a new day. This chart is this day is a new daily candle, and it's showing at 3,659. Let's see where we go from here. Now that the Waatsa NFT, one of the probably, if not a key driver in this pushing this price, because obviously the higher the Hedron was when people sacrificed, the bigger, more points they got for the Waatsa NFTs. And of course, we can see that the Hedron there in the pool here was actually very significant. If you're looking at the 8.8 million in there compared to 3.2, 1 million. So not the only one, but certainly the most significant in terms of dollars there. And so that is actually up 18% over the last 24 hours as well. So obviously pretty impressive stuff there. So cool. That is it. Let's jump over to the HSIs at the moment. HSIs in there, 1,255, 529 holders. But of course, we're going to go to the Whalebot and check on the results. So let's get into this. I think we're up to, let me refresh this. Hopefully it's not going to ruin my Whalebot there. Let's have a look, see if we've got any others since I added them up. You guys know I'm adding them up manually because I'm not a coder and I can't loop through the hash rates and add all the details like some coders can. Make it nice and easy. All right, so yeah, we got 51 minutes, another 100. And then we had another 100 there. Nice on that one. Let me add that up there. 1850 plus 100. So it's to 119. So we're going to add that all up with the rest of it. Let's put an equal sign in there. And let's add that in. Plus, there's my plus sign gone. plus what do we say? 1950. So 1.95. Why is it not adding up there? It's supposed to add up. What have I done wrong there? I'm not sure. Oh, there it goes. All right, so 7.8. All right, so 7.8 million we got through the whale bot. So this is the larger holders. It excludes all the smaller stuff. So that would put us through the whale bot. 116 million hex approximately is gone through the 14 days of the Icosa Waatsa mint phase, and man, 160 million hex gone through the HSIs. That's impressive, right? That's really impressive, and that excludes the smaller stuff, which is probably well in excess. So 116 million plus, of course, what's gone into the Hedron deployer, and of course, let me just go back here in the Hedron deployer. I've got that, and that's the Waatsa NFTs, the Hedron deployer. Where's it gone? Where's the Hedron deployer? Okay, over here. So we had 78, so 78.9, so basically 79 million. So 79, that puts us at 195 million has gone through the Hedron Icosa Waatsa. And of course, if you think about it, it's well in excess of that because of all the smaller stuff, which adds up a lot. And so we're probably well in excess of 200 million that's gone through Icosa launch phase in the first 14 days. It's super successful, man. And of course, we've got Maximus coming up. And of course, the Maximus is potentially could be 3 times this amount. And that's huge, right? And not just this includes liquid stuff in the Hedron deployer. What will the Hedron deployer do with all these assets? We know that it burnt 1 million Maximus. No expectations from the work of others, but it's going to be interesting to see what this Hedron deployer does. And so far, we've seen it be benevolent. So let's see where it goes to. All right, so cool. That is on the Icosa there, so looking pretty nice. And I think that's probably all I was going to say at this stage. We're going to jump over to Dev Huey. Now, Dev Huey's got some charts here. Who's expecting a last-minute rush on Icosa? Well, we just had a last-minute rush. It was epic. And at least $500,000 went in there based on my refresh on the browser before the live stream and during it. So pretty amazing. All right, let's have a look here. So these are some cool charts from 2 hours ago. They got some cool breakdowns here. There's all the money that's gone in. Obviously, up to the 28th. That's not finished on this day, though, but that's a couple hours short. But pretty cool. Here's the Waatsa NFTs minted. You can see from day 15 all the way through. This is kind of like my chart that I was doing, right? So I was doing this chart kind of like that. It kind of looks similar, but he's doing it with code. So there we are. All right, so cool. And that gives you an idea of what. So I was doing HSIs, but he's doing Waatsa NFTs, so the different charts. So let me just restate that. But you can see how they've gone through a bit of a U and the rush at the end. And of course, this will be a lot higher. This is 2 hours old, so this will be way higher on here. So we'll probably get a final chart for that. But pretty neat, right? Pretty neat with the Waatsas. Let's scroll back, see 3 hours ago. Just going to jump through some of these. So see whether Dewey's there posting something new. 1 hour ago, this was the latest an hour ago. So we're going to check on this. This was all the money that people put in. Look at all this, like a boss. As I say, some of the highlights. Hedron, obviously massive in the last day. A couple of days ago, the first day, USD Hex in green was a big one, of course, and USDC in orange there. And of course, in the last day, Hedron was the favorite choice there, followed by USDC and then Hex. But of course, this doesn't include everything that's gone through today. And of course, you're looking at probably at least $500,000, I thought, in the last hour or something like that. So it was a pretty big deal. Hopefully we'll get an updated chart later on, and I'll cover that in the second live stream. Let's see if Alex has talked about anything on here. Let's refresh Alex and see whether Alex has given us anything cool about this update or close. Maybe he's too busy. Maybe he's doing something else, but nothing from Alex. Pretty quiet there. But let's go to, let's see if he's got anything on the actual Icosa dApp there. Let's go to Icosa. And see whether there's any announcement on there about the close or anything. It may not have done anything. Who's going on soon? No, 20th of August. No, nothing there. No, nothing there. So nothing up there from there. Let's go to Hedron, see whether there's anything on Hedron, just to be thorough, and see if there's anything on Hedron here. Nothing on here. So nothing on there. So cool. Nothing, no update there, but I'm sure he'll post something about the results at some stage. So very cool. And of course, we're going to get up to dip catcher shortly. So that's where we're up to. And the Hex Daily Stats is ticked over. So we're on day 1001, folks. And of course, 15 minutes into day 1001. Everybody, look forward to the next 1,000 days. 4,554 days until the first 15-year stake matures. So we're going to be here a long time. Multi-generational product is Hex. And, of course, like a boss, welcome to the next 1,000 days. Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get into the Hex daily stats. Day 1,000 will be coming up pretty shortly. We've probably got a couple minutes to go. We got yesterday's results there, so we're waiting for day 1,000. We'll get into that shortly. It's going to be cool. But let's jump back to the markets. I think we've covered everything pretty well there with the old whale bot and things. So we're going to close down some of these sites. We'll keep Dewey's open just in case we get something interesting. And a way to go on that. So day 15, folks, on Icosa. Day 15 has started as well. Let's get into some of the markets. Hedron there holding up pretty well. 3.735. Let's see how it does after the Waatsa minting phase. You could see that a lot of people were using the Hedron, and the price was getting bid up. But let's see how it holds up now after this point. All right, we've got Hex at 4 cents there, showing a bit of weakness and just trying to find a bottom here. I guess this is kind of feels like it's may have established something of a bottom. We will see. We've got Maximus coming up. So that's why I feel the fundamentals of Maximus are going to help keep the Hex price moving up, as you guys know. And potentially, if we get 600 million Hex go through the perpetuals, 10% buying pressure could be massive for the Hex there. So cool. We've got Maxi at 7.3 cents with the premium like a boss. I suspect that this is going to do pretty well. Looks like people are already moving in on the Maxi. And we've currently got an 83% premium there. Always going to get a little bit of selling after you have a big pump there. We'll see where this ends up, whether it decides to come back all the way or whether the fundamentals of Maximus coming with its launch expected potentially this week. There doesn't seem to, unless there's a hurdle from the auditor, it seems like we're coming up pretty thick and fast with there. Currently at 8.83% premium, looking like a boss there, and a good call yesterday on this channel for that one. And we've got Icosa there at $1.15 tied to the Hex price, nice and cheap. All right, let's get into some of the comments. We're going to leave it on there, and we're going to get up to the Hex daily stats shortly. So yeah, actually, I was going to talk quickly about Dipcatcher, so we'll get into that actually. So he's got the draw. Remember the strategy draw for 5555 maxi giveaway. That is going to be drawn tomorrow. So that was an hour ago. We got that update. So an hour, you've got to still chance to get into that. So if you go to Dipcatcher, so I'm going to pull this down there. Now, it wasn't Crypto Coffee talking about it. Obviously, Maximus was really good strategy. So he's not just good at coding. He's good at thinking about strategy of getting the word out. So very, very cool. So this is the competition. If you want a chance to win a 555 maxi, get in here. It's fairly easy to do. Maxi 55555 giveaway. Let's put that in. Give away. And that is the link there. So get in there. It's free to do and easy to participate. So cool. Now, where did I get up to on the comments? I have no idea where I was now, but we will find out. Let's go over here. I'm going to scroll back up here. Yeah, I've got up to there, I think. So nice. What's a FOMO, says Hex. Oh yeah, what's a FOMO indeed. Hey, we're going to wrap up the poll. So this is the competition. So definitely get into that. Before we do that, we're going to wrap up the poll, and then I'm going to finish off some of the comments around Maximus. Cool. Let me just jump up to here where I was at. We'll reveal the winner tomorrow. Let's finish the poll. We had 79 votes, which is pretty good. Let's get it in there and see where we got to with the NFT. How many people participated? Did you buy a Waatsa NFT during the 14-day mint phase? No, bought none, 45%. Yes, 1 to 9, 43%. Yes, more than 20 NFTs, 6%. And 10 to 19 NFTs, 5%. So very, very cool. I suspect the people with those NFTs are going to have a good time, and particularly in November. Last man standing. Remember, if you take your NFTs out, you are out of the pool. But of course, some people have got many NFTs, and of course, 6% here have got over 20, 5% over 10, and of course, 1 to 9, 43%. So good luck with that. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun to watch. That's for sure. You're very much like Genesis Whales. Can it be like Genesis Whales with the Icosa staking? It's going to be cool. See you next year when Pulse launches says display. Nice one. We'll see you then. And of course, hey guys, looking forward to day 1,000 results. Yeah, coming up pretty shortly. Let's have a look here on the stats there. Not quite there yet. And what else that we got there? Day 101 is almost here. It is indeed. Let's jump through some of these. We've got DB Cooper in the house there. What's up, DB? Good to see you. What else? We jump through some of these. Brazil says, wow, $20 million just sent to the Waatsa NFT protocol. I know, it's pretty awesome. Bob says, I can't wait for the 22K number to start dropping. Me too. It's going to be fun to watch. And I think that the biggest inflation event is going to be in November. And I think the biggest burning of NFT is going to be in November too. So it's going to be funny to see that play out. Boom, what's up, Hexicans? Woohoo! Yeah. Now you can sell these NFTs on OpenSea, by the way, and speculate. You can put a price on them, see whether someone will give you, X returns on it. We saw someone that did $60, $70. They got a 10X return after the Ethereum they did of 60, 70. So definitely, you can trade them on OpenSea and things like that. So look here. Just keep adding to it. Yeah, you can keep adding to it, of course. Now, you need, if you're going to compound, you need to compound your Icosa. You got to claim your Icosa staking yield for Hedron. You may want to think about that. Just a few strategies around that. Brazil says, check out the Mt. Gox cold wallet tracker. Yeah, I think I posted that yesterday. I've got that here. Now, that's expected as well, right? The 28th. I don't think anything's happened there. Still sitting on 137,000 Bitcoin there. So not much happening there at this stage. Jump through some of these. Where's the jump through some of this? Bluegrass in the house. Hey, good Bluegrass. Your poll on how many NFTs would be minted on the 14-day launch was definitely over 20,000. Yeah, it made over 20,000. So they 20,000 was the top poll, and that works. So I think it was number 3. I think number 3 from our earlier poll weeks ago was the winner. So the second winner was 80,000 NFTs. Now that didn't happen, obviously, and so I think it must have been number 3 that was over 20. I think it was 20 to 40 or something, 20 to 50 or something like that. So I think those guys won out on that one. Someone sent the Maximus contract address 21,000 worth of Hedron. Wow. What else there? What's up, Hexcon? Tim Top's in the house there. Good to see you, Tim Top. KD as well. And who else is in the house there? Bruce says the biggest Maximus wallet after the Hedron deployer has 4.4 million maxi, then 6 million wallets. Yeah, we could actually probably look at that. Wookie in the chat, NZ for life. Nice one, Wookie. Good to see you. Get ready for 11K BDC, says KD. Briz says only the top 59 maxi wallets have 1 million maxi or more. I know it's quite a few actually though, Briz, that have 1 million or more. That's a lot. That's a lot that have 1 million or more because it's only 293.3 million. So it's actually a lot of wallets. Pretty. There's a lot of whales in the old maxi. KD says grayscale discount as well. RH was right once again. Verco says Hedron for the win? Question mark. And of course, there's that Maxi 555 giveaway. Need Hex 10X to get back to par, says Al. Yeah, just wife gonna dump me soon. Yeah, just keep holding on, Al. The second lane supply is getting eaten up. We saw that, what do I say with the spreadsheet? It was about 110, 112 million wrapped up in the exercise off the market, pretty much staked out now. We've got Maximus coming up, may do 5 times that amount. Yeah, pretty big deal. I don't know how much all the smaller wallets have done. I know it's probably a lot, but that's where it is. Here we are, folks. Woohoo! Now we'll come back to Maximus, but we've got a day 1,000 results hot off the press, the 28th of August, 2022. Here we are, folks. 4 cents on the dollar. On the dollar. That's it. On the cent, I mean. On the cent. I said dollar. On the dollar there. 4 cents on the cent. 4 cents on the cent. How about that? Does that make sense? I don't know. We're down 4.5%, so not the best negative returns there, but 4 cents is where we are. And day 1,000. Now, if you were at the beginning, of course, let's go right to the beginning. I think this has got the end result there. I'm not sure if it's got that. Day 1. Here's day 1. We had 0034 on this one here. It says so. The 3rd of December 2019. And of course, we're up at 4 cents from there, it says. So cool. Anyway, so let's get back into it. We've got the X return 709X. It says payout per T-share 6.176. T-share price currently at $931. And of course, the T-share rate at 23,281.4, up 6.3. We've got the average stake length 6.58 is the average stake length for after 1,000 days. So pretty long. We've got the APY yield at 37.98. Which is pretty good there. The liquidity in the pool, 287.3 million. And of course, we've got $10.2 million in the pool in USD. 1143 Ethereum. Let's jump through some of this stuff over here. We've got a decrease in T-shares of 8,044. We're down at 10,429,950. Don't forget, in 2-3 days' time, we've got the big stake coming out, the 1.2 billion. We'll see what that does. It's made up of many other stakes, so we'll find out. Let's jump over here. We've got the total supply staked at the moment, just under 62 billion hexes staked. And of course, the stake percentage of coins is a 9.63% of all hexes staked. And of course, the penalties today, 792,000 hex. So that goes to hex T-share holders. Now, obviously, the current stake is up 297 to 106,916. So really has been fantastic. Icosa has been very good for the HSI stakes, as we say. So terrific stuff there. And of course, current holders up 206 to 309, 640. Total stake is up 337 to 134,273. And of course, our total holders. This is our next milestone number, 490,312, up 541. So heading towards 500,000. And that's pretty cool. So very nice. This was that. Very nice. So there we are. Cool. But stake is up 297. And look at these numbers have been really, really great. So welcome all the stakers there. Very cool. And of course, the HSIs have been terrific. We're on day 101, starting off with around about 6.13 X per T-share there. So onwards and upwards. Let's see how we go. That is the results. Let's get into some of Dipcatcher's stuff there. Now, you can obviously, with the Hex Daily Stats, you can go back and, like I say, check day one stuff here. I don't know, it has all the data populated for day one, but it's kind of where we are at this stage. So cool on that one. So I'm not sure if they have much else. Yeah, you have to get to day 3 before you got some of the stats in there. With the T-share rate, 10,000, woo, and stuff like that. So look at the different prices, man. That's some crazy stuff right there. So cool. All right, let's jump out of there. And of course, we got the Maximus update. So let's talk a bit about that. What else there we go? When Pulse says DB, 1 day closer, DB, 1 day closer. How much longer do we have to mint Waatsas? If you have not got a Waatsa, you've got no time. They are out. We just covered the close of the Waatsa NFT minting phase. You can potentially buy some on OpenSea, but be careful what price you pay, because you'll be paying, it could be paying quite a bit of money. So, and you don't know where the Icosa price is going exactly. It is finished, says Brandon. It is finished. That is true. Tony's in the house. What's up, all? Hey, Tony. Woohoo! What's up, all? Hey, we've just had a fun time, man. We had we had day 1,000 Hex results. We had day 14 Waatsa and Icosa results. It was a pretty cool, fun live show today. That's for sure. All right, cool. The player has arrived. Good to see a Pulse player. And of course, let's jump over to. I think that's it. Is that it? We've got from. Let's jump through some of this. We've got probably a few more things in here. Let me here. So the random draw for the competition is tomorrow, so you can get into that. 1 hour ago, we had testnet lucky stake just successfully ended. So this is the testing. Maximus lucky, Maximus team. So it's called Maximus lucky, Maximus team, and so forth. So it looks good. What else have we got there? What an amazing few days. 1 hour ago in the Maxi market, we flushed out some powerful sellers, which gave people the chance to buy cheap Maxi in time for team minting, which should start in the next few days. Woo! Yeah, the pump keeps going. Bam, 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 bam. So that's cool. I like that. And of course, we covered this price pump on the chart. It was pretty epic. And of course, I talked about this yesterday, right? I did say the most probable chart to pump now after the Waatsa NFT seems to me to be Maximus, because it's obviously not investment advice, right? But I'm displaying probability, fundamentals, all that sort of stuff. Is that 20% of the Maxi that goes into teams going to be burned, and 50% goes to the mystery box, which is kind of like this is the big assumption, but it's kind of like a benevolent. If it's benevolent, obviously no expectations, but if it's benevolent, then that's like in a supply sink. So we could have potentially up to 70%, kind of quote marks there, a sunk. Now, obviously, the benevolence could do anything. It could end up giving some of that maxi to the team holders, which it holds team as well. It's going to hold 50% of the supply because it gets a copy of all the team minted. But there's a couple of plays there. So yeah, what could that mean for the maxi price? Yeah, we'll find out. Will we go back to 100% premium, or will we go well above it, and so forth? So that seems to be someone thought so. Someone thought so because someone went and bought a whole ton, and here and a few other people have bought some as well. So yeah, so there we are. That seems to be playing out pretty well. We'll see how it goes, and will we get into some interesting premiums over Hex on this chart over the next couple of days and weeks. Remember that the Maximus launch here is expected to be 3 weeks. 3 weeks is the minting phase. And of course, he just did a live stream with Crypto Copy. During the stream with Crypto Copy, we discussed all the things that the Maxi chart is pricing in. A future yield discounted to the present. And that's true. We talked about that. We've got uncertainty in future yields. So I don't know how far forward is it. I heard someone say 2 years. I haven't seen any numbers on that. Uncertainty in the future earnings. People waiting till redemption, not selling at any price, looking for team launch. And I think this is the big driver now, is the team launch, right? So we're going to see what happens to this price chart. It's going to be some interesting, crazy stuff. We never know. It may not be nothing. Maybe nothing bigger. We're going to find out. But in any case, it's team token requires maxi, and perpetuals require hex. So those two seem like they could benefit quite a lot, right? And of course, we know that Icosa will benefit if Hex price goes up. Icosa is going to benefit. The price should benefit with the arbitrage model. And of course, it's been pretty accurate so far. And of course, maybe that flows into Hedron and as well, obviously linked with the Hex there with the big giant liquidity. So looks pretty fun. Very nice. All right. The Hex ecosystem is only getting bigger and better. And of course, and this is separate from the token. We've got Hex token, but the ecosystem around it's getting bigger and better. We've got Power City Flex coming at some stage. Hopefully they launch on Ethereum and early before Pulsechain. They may just want to launch all their products in Pulsechain, but it'll be certainly pretty cool to launch the Power City Flex on Ethereum. That'd be pretty cool. The other thing, of course, is any project that decides to eat up Hex supply is good. And of course, that you do get some volatility in Hex, of course, during that time, because you've got capital allocations and things like that. There is pros and cons, but generally, if we get the supply sink, that's really, really bullish for long term, especially when it's up in these hundreds of millions of Hex getting staked out 555s and stuff like that. So cool. Let's look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're up to 1 hour and 3 minutes. Man, what a day! What a day! Are you guys excited? I think I'm excited about all this. That's for sure. All right, so let's get on to it. We're going to jump over to Dev Dewey and see whether he's posted anything. He may not be on at the moment. We're just going to see whether he wrapped up anything around. No, he doesn't wrap up anything there. So that was kind of it from him. We might get something from him later on in the day. So let's wrap it up. We've got BTC at 19,700, really slipping now. Now it's breaks 19,750. We're going to watch where this goes. We've got the stock market opening up tomorrow, American time, well, New Zealand time, but it will be today. Today's Monday already here at 12:34 p.m. So we'll see what happens here. Ethereum at 14.39. We're watching these markets pretty critically at this stage. And of course, maybe Monday, Tuesday is kind of negative. And maybe we have a bit of a relief rally after that. We will see where the market decides to go following the Fed chairman's talk. Now, obviously, if October, November, let's say September is a 75 basis points. Let's say that the next meeting, I think, which is November, I have to double check that, but I think it's November. That's 75 basis points. That's 1.5. Add that to 2.5. That's 4%. And you got inflation. If inflation comes down in August and employment's not as perhaps as bullish, then that might bode for a slightly lower interest rate, aggressive interest rate hike. So maybe they won't keep going. if we have really bullish employment, that's bullish for the stock market. Stock market will like that if the employment's going really well. But of course, we've already seen signs that that's starting to ease, and particularly in the surveys where people are saying they're not going to hire as much and stuff like that. So we'll see where that ends up. And then, of course, if the Fed Reserve decides to keep interest rate rises into 2023, that's very bearish, super bearish for the economy and for the markets. So that's why we're going to be watching the interest rates comments and also the actual interest rate rises moving ahead, because if they keep raising interest rates into 2023, if inflation stays up heavy, if it doesn't pull back below 8.5%, doesn't keep beating below expectations and stuff like that, if it's not doing that, then if we keep rising interest rates into next year, that would be very bearish. So that's what we don't want, really. So let's see how it goes. It's early days. Currently August and 29th, so 23 days to go until the September interest rate rise, and we'll find out how the market goes into that. But in any case, we've got Ethereum, may be the savior of the day with the ETH merge coming up on the 15th September. That may give us a couple of weeks of a bullish potentiality for crypto, at least. We will see whether it can defy the stock market and do something special there. All right, Brownie in house. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Billy X has got a couple of Waatsa NFTs in the last seconds and one failed, lol. Okay, so there we are. That was the answer I was after. So yeah, definitely the contract will tell you that's going to fail. So well done, Billy X. You did get in though. So well done on that one. And of course, you will join the rest of the people with the Waatsas, 22,063 Waatsas, 6,110 special people. And that's one of you. Billy X, you're one of them. There we are. So very nice. Actually, let's do the ratio. I didn't do the ratio really. So 22,063 divided by 6,110. That's a ratio of 3.61 Waatsa NFTs per wallet. So that's cool. 3.61 Waatsa NFTs per wallet. So there we are. If you got 3.6, then you're kind of got the average amount. Although the whales, some of the whales have got absolutely huge amounts. Look at this. 350, 202, 191, 174, some big numbers there. All right, very cool. Let's jump out of some of these. We're going to close down all the Icosa. I will not be covering the Icosa details anymore. I'll just be doing charts from now on. I will occasionally pop in and have a look at some of the Icosa numbers as we head into November to see whether they start burning a lot. So if there's a lot of burning, I'll comment on that from now and then. But I won't be doing daily coverage anymore. We're just doing the first 14 days. But I will be, obviously looking at the fundamental numbers every so often, just to get an idea of what's going on there. So cool. Let's jump out of here. We have got Maximus coming up, though. That's going to be the big talk of the town the next couple of weeks. Obviously, the Icosa Hedron contract will just continue to go. And then, of course, we're going to have the big HSI auctions on Hedron coming up in November the 14th onwards. And, of course, we'll be going to Hedron. And this is going to put fire in the pants of Hedron. Let me put it that way. This is going to be pretty crazy stuff here on the Hedron tap. This thing's going to be on fire. Thousands and thousands of liquidations. Over 40,000 T-shares is the last number I saw. And of course, imagine that. Huge payoff. Massive Hedron burning. And massive payout to Icosa stakers, NFT holders, Hedron stakers. Massive Icosa inflation. That's the two sides of one coin, as it were. At the moment, we only have two at the moment. Small little B-share ones. This is going to be absolutely insane. And of course, we've got no liquidations. We had one yesterday, I think. We've got that coming up. So stay tuned. That's going to be amazing to see that. So it's only warming up there. That's kind of like what I call the big payday fortnight, although it's going to keep going in the future with HSIs. All the HSIs that go through the Icosa contract the Hedron gets borrowed and sent to the Icosa stakers. And of course, the HSIs go to a liquidation because the Icosa owner, the Icosa contract owner, defaults and they sends it to the liquidation there. So that's coming up in November. I think I diarized it. I'm pretty sure, just so I wouldn't forget, even though I probably won't because I cover it every day anyway. But it's just the way it goes. All right, cool. Lots of cool stuff there. So very cool. Encourage you to watch the Crypto Coffee stream there if you haven't seen that. If you are going to participate in Team and Icosa, team and the perpetuals, then do that. Maybe we'll end up having Dip Catcher on the show. We'll see whether we can. It seems to be very hard to get American YouTubers on this channel for some reason. Maybe it's the accent. I do not know. But if we do, we will do that. All right, cool. Let's jump over to where we are at the moment. We're going to get into it. Let's have a look at the charts. Actually, I haven't covered Hex, so we're going to quickly cover Hex chart. So let me do that. Katie says, smash those likes. Brennan says, appreciate the coverage. Up to Dave for Waatsa and Icosa. So, man, hey, you're welcome, Brennan. Absolutely pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like buttons as well. And let's see where we can get onto here. Now, I wanted to just quickly talk about the Hex chart because I didn't get to my normal coverage. We've got the top of the Bollinger Bands here. This is this chart is different from the other charts because this is a different time frame. This chart's still got 11 hours to go in the daily candle. There's a daily candle. Still got 11 hours. That's a weekly candle. Let me go to the daily candle here. Still got 11 hours to go. Seems like look at this weird chart. We've got these two green days here. That's crazy stuff. We got the top of the Bollinger Bands. Let me just screw that up there. As on the daily. So we've got the bottom Bollinger Bands is currently at 3.3 cents. The top is at 7.1 cents. The 50% mark in the middle there is 5.2 cents. And the current price is 4 cents there, or just slipped below that. And what else we got there? The EMA 13 is, the EMA 13 in yellow is at 4.4 cents. Obviously, we're at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands at the moment. Let's see if we've got any enlightening signs here. We've got the sellers in control versus the buyers. So that's the green versus the red. So not much luck there at this stage. And but we are scraping the bottom here at 4 cents at the moment. We've got the RSI is not completely oversold territory down here, but is getting down pretty low, 37. So we might get a little bump eventually soon. So watch out for that. Now, obviously, I'm expecting the Maximus to push up the price of Hex. Obviously, my opinion, not financial advice, but because I'm expecting, if we do extremely well through Maximus perpetual products, and we get 10 to 15% buying on that, that's 60 to 90 million. If we do say 600 million through those products, that'd be if we get 10, 15%, 60 to 90 million there, could be buying on the market. Now we do have we are in oversold territory on the RSI, stochastic RSI, and of course if this crosses over and has a nice rally up here into Maximus, it's perfectly placed for a Maximus perpetual rally. If we get that buying coming into play, that is kind of a bit of a circular argument, but that's kind of where we are at this stage. That's perfectly placed for a really nice run if Maximus does bring in that demand that we could reasonably expect. So we'll find out. The market will decide, but that's kind of where we are there on the charts. Pretty nice though. If you get Hex at the moment, you're getting 2 for 1 though. You get it's 4 cents. You're going to get Hex on Pulsechain when Pulsechain launches. When Pulsechain, 1 day closer. That's probably where we are at this stage. And will we get Pulsechain launching before ETH merge? I doubt it is my case. I think we're probably looking forward to, I think the biggest, most plausible case out there or scenario out there is probably December, January. And of course, if we do get the BTC capitulation in October, November, it couldn't happen at any time. But if it seems like October, November might happen then. We've got the Fed Reserve on the 21st. We'll see how that goes. And how we go. Now, obviously, Maximus, if it can push our price up, we might be able to get the Hex price pushed up. And if we do get that capitulation on BTC and stuff like that, Mt. Gox or whatever else decides to cause it, then Mt. Gox volume is still relatively low on a daily volume. It's like 8% of the volume. So it just depends on the day, I guess, it impacts. But people jump on it. That's the problem. People cascades, even though it's only 8%. It's like people cascade onto that. That's the issue with that. And of course, the shorters get into the market, and the way it goes, it gets amplified. That's the problem. So we will find out. A higher basic Hex, obviously, we can maybe not hit that 2.8 cent low that we've had recently on the 16th of June. Was it the 18th of June or something like that? So cool. That is the markets there. Let's see where we're at. We're going to do a quick wrap up. We've got Hedron at 3680, holding up okay. But of course, the Waatsa NFT driver factor is gone now. So it's really based on the rest of the fundamentals of Hedron. So we'll see how that gets on over the next 24 hours. So just take caution with the Hedron chart at this stage. It may pump, it may sell off. So it's just got that You have to think about what's driving it now, is what I would say to you in terms of that. So obviously, there's got a lot of supply sink, but of course, people can still sell down. Even people could still do that. So we'll see where it goes. It's still got the November HSI sales and all that coming up. We've got Maxi, of course, with the launch coming up potentially in the next couple of days. You just saw it there from a dip catcher, potentially up in the next couple of days. That's super bullish. And of course, currently we've got Icosa at $1.16, pretty much tied to the Hex price, and based on a 1T share value. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's going. All right, I think it's a good place to wrap up. An hour and a quarter. I think we did it, folks. Brandon says Pulsechain in 3, 2, 1. Dang it, that didn't happen. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. Man, it was epic. We got this is going so good. I know the Hex price is down at 4 cents, but that's a good buying opportunity. The ecosystem is really flourishing at the moment around the Hex ecosystem. It really is cool. And we're not even up to Pulsechain yet. Now, by the time we in September, we will have 9 charts here, folks. 9 charts. We've got Hex, Hedron, Maxi, Icosa. We will be adding to this base, Trio, Lucky, Dicky, and Team Token. We will be having 5 more charts on the Hex charts ecosystem. That's 9 charts by the end of September. Later down the track, we're going to have Power City Flex in there. Who knows what else is going to come into the Hex ecosystem. And it's eating up the Hex circulating supply, reducing the total supply in the liquid wallets held by the public. And of course, if you've seen my waterfall chart, you see how that's happening. And it's a multi-year process. But of course, we're having a lot of stuff happen up very, very soon. Like we just, saw well in excess of 110 million Hex go through the HSIs over the last 14 days. And that's probably much higher, probably closer to 150 million something. And of course, we had 80 million go through the Hedron deployer. We've had, we're going to have potentially, if we get all the bigger pace better bonuses, Maximus, that's 600 million. And if we do better than that, wow, surprise, that's huge. So a huge supply sink from that. So I'm going to do some more numbers on that in the second live stream. So stay tuned for that, because I'm going to look at the waterfall chart and give a few other numbers around there too, and talk about where the public supply is, because we're not really worried about the Origin account. It's really about the public supply. So stay tuned for that in the second live stream in about 5 hours time. I look forward to catching you then. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Woohoo! Francis says hello. Hey, Francis, good to see you. And Luke says, nice stream, bro. New Zealand. I appreciate it, Luke. All right, let's finish on some alpha around Pulsechain. Richard Hart talking about Pulsechain. Let's finish on that. 10,000X. Let's see what Richard says about that. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you soon. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you want to join as a member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsekins, Hexkins, Art Club. Let's go. Let's go. All right, bye for now.
But Pulsechain does, the world's largest free airdrop. Which by all. Let's do it. If you guys have any coins on Ethereum, ERC20s, Hex, Hex Stakes, Ethereum itself, you're going to get a free copy of all that on a chain I created called the Pulsechain. You can go play around the testnet right now. Go play with your coins. Pulsechain.com. Awesome. It's going to help get the Ethereum fees down. It's got higher throughput. It's deflationary. It burns 25% or more of the fees. There's no inflation. It never mints new coins. And it's going to be the world's largest free airdrop. So people love free money, and they don't like high fees. And this addresses all those issues. It's really cool.
So I put 10,000 into it early, super early. I bought the rumor, right?
Right.
What kind of return?
I never speak about. I'm very careful as a founder. Elon Musk isn't, so he gets sued by the SEC all the time. I don't have a security. There is no critical managerial entrepreneurial effort. There is no pool into which people put money with the expectation of profits away from the work of others. This is very specific legal language I'm using to show you that Hex removes the risk of securities. There is no middleman that can screw you. You always make your own rewards. You always perform your own labor. You are the network. You are the effort. And so I'm very careful to make price predictions. And I almost never make them. I do them for Bitcoin. I do them for Ethereum. But in Hex, I almost never make them. And it's also harder to predict Hex, to tell you the truth, because it's such, the price moves around so much. Right. It's harder to predict. So Bitcoin did 690 million %, which is a 669, what the hell? 690,000x it did. Ethereum did about 20,000x. Went from 31 cents at the crowd sale on average. You could have bought it earlier and got it lower, or you could have bought the dip on Kraken when it went to like 15 cents. Now it's $1,600. Was 5,000. So it did probably 20,000x. Hex did a 10,000x. I can list you a lot of other coins that did a lot of X's. In cryptocurrency, doing a lot of X's is very possible. And so could Pulse do the same 10,000x that Hex did in the same time frame, or possibly even quicker? Yes, it could. The likelihood of that event, I don't know. And that's an important number. I'm a smart dude, but I can't predict the future.
Just like you just said earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
So could it do a 10,000x in 620 days, 623 days? Sure, it could. That's what Hex did. So I when I invented Hex, I wanted it to outperform Ethereum, and Ethereum had done a 14,000x in 2.5 years, is what it did. It went from 31 cents to $1,400, maybe 1,500, depending on what exchange you're using. And it did that over 2.5 years. And I said, well, we've got better game theory. I coined the term pumpamentals. I don't use that term as often because people are, don't think it's as funny as they once did. And so like, we beat that target. And now, I look at the Pulse Chain chat room, there's 60,000 people in it. I look at the Hex chat room, there's only 40,000 people in it. And Hex has been around for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think Pulse Chain has a lot of really strong advantages in that it's easier to understand. Yeah, it's Ethereum, but it's faster, higher throughput, cheaper, and the world's largest free airdrop. And it saves the environment. Like,
no brainer.
No brainer. Right. Like, it's no brainer.
This coin does something. This thing does something.
Yeah.